Some people regret moving to Star, Idaho. There are a number of reasons why, so we're going to look at each of those reasons, help you avoid making a bad decision, and talk about where people in Star are moving to instead. My name is Brady Fagel, and I'm a lifelong Boise local, and I'm also a real estate agent. My goal is to help you make the best decision for you and your family and help you move to the Boise, Idaho area. But before that, I try to provide value through these weekly videos, so if I deserve it, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date and help make your decision to move to the Boise area. Now, why do people regret moving to Star, Idaho? Star is a smaller suburb of Boise, about 40 minutes northwest of downtown. There's a population around 16,000 people and it's growing fast. You have the Boise River with greenbelt access, areas to hang out in the river, parks to paddleboard, foothills, and beautiful homes on land. Almost every builder in the valley is building homes in Star, both high-end luxury homes and low-end affordable spec homes. Star has 2 grocery stores and a handful of shops and restaurants with access to Meridian or Eagle, Idaho within 15 minutes. But there are people who regret living here, and the first reason is because of the commutes. Even though you're only 15 to 20 minutes from Eagle and Meridian, which are suburbs of Boise that have plenty of things to do and have Costco's and restaurants and outdoor malls, so you have some quicker access to amenities. Star is 30 to 45 minutes from Boise, so if you work in Boise or you want to attend events and go to restaurants in the city center, you have a lengthy commute that you wouldn't have in other areas. Not only that, but because Star has grown so fast, it feels like a crowded, bigger city. The infrastructure hasn't caught up to the growth that Star's seen, and so during rush hour and even during the day, you can run into significant traffic, especially on Star Road and State Street. This is the largest, and it's actually really the only intersection in Star, and it doesn't support the new population. So for some people who move to Star to be in a small town with empty spaces and less traffic, it can get frustrating. They might visit Middleton or Kuna after living in Star a while and realize that the other suburbs have a small town feel, but they aren't as crammed as Star would be. And even though Kuna and Star have lots of construction and new communities being built, for whatever reason, it is just much more noticeable in Star. Part of this is because Kuna is much more spread out, whereas in Star they are packing all these new homes into the smaller city center, and it's creating an environment that does not support what you would want in a smaller town. And then on the very opposite side of the spectrum, Star can be too small for some people. Even though you are 15 to 20 minutes from Meridian and Eagle, you're usually 30 minutes away from any of the popular things to do, places like the Village in Meridian, which is an outdoor mall with a huge park, or Topgolf and the water park in Meridian. People wish they had more to do and they lived closer to their friends and family who might live in Boise or Meridian, or they just want to be closer to all the things to do in Boise itself. So they move to a place like Meridian or Boise where there is restaurants and there's grocery stores on every single corner. You have concerts and you have the foothills in Boise to hike and bike, and just more people live in these suburbs, so you have more activities to do. Another place they go is Kuna. And even though Kuna is smaller, you have a few more options for eating out. There's a Costco that is coming within probably the next year or 2. And you're 15 to 20 minutes from Topgolf, downtown Meridian, and access to the interstate. So you get a little bit more to do, a little bit more people, but you can have that small town feel. Now, Star is an amazing place to live, and plenty of people live here. There is BLM land to do, outdoor activities. I describe Star as having kind of country things to do, whereas Meridian and Boise have city things to do. But that can lend to another regret, and that is the lack of outdoor activities. You do have the Boise River, and you have ponds to go paddleboarding or walk the greenbelt. But in Star, you do not have the mountains. You don't have mountain biking, or you don't have the hiking trails that you get in Boise. You're not as close to the ski resort, Bogus Basin, and you're farther away from the reservoirs and the boating and the beaches that Lucky Peak Reservoir have and Lake Lowell and Nampa have. And then another unique attribute of Star is just how conservative it is. Anytime I tell people about Star, I tell them how many American flags you will see. There are a few neighborhoods where it literally seems like the HOA requirement is to have a flagpole with an American flag in the front lawn. They line the streets, and it's a huge part of the culture of Star. And some people might just not be that conservative and want to live in a place not that conservative. So they find that in Boise, where it is more diverse, it's more liberal, and they fit in a little bit better. But to know more detail about that, watch this video here where I talk in more detail about the changes Boise has seen and why some people are leaving Boise as well, and they're moving out of the city to places like Star or Kuna. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support and look forward to meeting you in person.